Hey guys, so this is completely unscripted, and I'm just going to be talking about this. I did a little bit ago a, let's discuss, or kind of my thoughts on stuff. So I thought this was a kind of a hoppin' topic at the time. So, Mighty Number 9. If anyone knows me, I'm a huge Mega Man fan, so Mighty Number 9 was kind of like a turn-on for me when it was announced back in 2013, or was the Kickstarter page came out, and I'm just going to get some backstory. Mighty Number 9 is the spiritual successor to Mega Man because Capcom doesn't really seem to treat Mega Man with a proper amount of respect, quote-unquote, and I could go on for hours and hours about that. But in response to that, Keiji Inafune, the guy who made Mega Man, technically, started his own company and promised one of their first games was going to be this game called Mighty Number 9, which was a Mega Man-esque spiritual successor kind of game, which is really nothing new. A lot of games take notes from Mega Man, a lot of games are heavily Mega Man inspired, and there are a lot of Mega Man fan games, so it's not that, demanding of a spiritual successor, but I was pretty hyped for it. I thought it looked like a cool idea, coming from the guy who started Mega Man, more or less. Kind of cool to see that come into fruition, I guess. It made a lot of money just because of the idea of it, and a lot of people who wanted to kind of jump on that Mega Man, I want Mega Man back kind of bandwagon, made it millions. And it's still not out. This was back in 2013, and regardless of your game, I do think a Kickstarter should be made when there's already a significant amount of progress, at least in your game's concept and the ideas. I mean, you can go into it with not a playable demo, but I still think there should be a little bit of thought before the Kickstarter goes up. I don't know if they did that. Mighty Number 9 has gone through development hell, mostly because of numbers, because of pricing and development time, and just they did not expect the scale of it. They had a lot of Kickstarter stretch goals that were good ideas, like DLC stories, full voice acting, all this stuff, and they ended up having to start another Kickstarter for additional content, and they made in the hundreds of thousands just to have that stuff made. It is pretty crazy, but in its defense, for a long time, it was very active. The Mighty Number 9 Kickstarter was very the fans-oriented. You voted on designs. You voted on, Robot Master designs, I think. It was very, very intense. But before this game even came out, months ago now, almost a half a year ago, they announced a spin-off called Red Ash, which is basically a pun on Re-Dash, which is also a pun on Mega Man Dash. It was basically a Mega Man Legends spiritual successor, and it didn't make its goal. It was... I was in the same boat as a lot of people. Mighty Number 9 wasn't out yet, and this was made by Concept. This is made by the same people, and it didn't seem like it had a focus. It was just kind of oh, we also want to do this, by the way. And it just seemed so out of left field, and I just wasn't buying it. Was not gonna back it. I didn't back Mighty Number 9 either. It made so much money immediately. I didn't really want to. But Re-Dash, or Red Ash, was kind of the nail in the coffin, because even at that point I was thinking, what is this concept doing? Why are they starting a Kickstarter? Mighty Number 9 isn't out yet, and by that time Mighty Number 9 was supposed to come out within the next month or two, and they ended up delaying it. So everyone's thoughts were correct. They were oh, they must have literally forgot about Mighty Number 9 and got totally sidetracked with this game, which I can't say was or wasn't the initial thing, but really it was just weird. But anyway, so Mighty Number 9 is kind of on the horizon, quote unquote, but it's been delayed about 5 times or something. It just keeps getting delayed back, and again, Kickstarter goals weren't going to be met without additional money and all this stuff. It just seems like it's been a mess, and I mean that's kind of the story of it. My opinion on it is basically the same as everyone else's. It's pretty shitty. Like, I mean, it makes sense somewhat. Keiji Inafune was never a game like developer. He only had Mega Man under his belt. He was, I think, a writer. I think he wrote the game's plots, like Mega Man Legends. He wrote those plots, or at least had something to do with it. And I mean, I think he came up with the ideas, but it just seems so much more than he could handle, probably. Again, I don't know him. I mean, I know Keiji Inafune's like track record, but I don't know like his actual like what he works like and what he is like when he's making a video game. But I mean, this is showing a lot out of his company that they don't really have it. I mean, and just recently they finally released a trailer. I mean, there's been a few trailers, and the game doesn't look like anything special in my opinion. It looks like another Mega Man spiritual successor, which is fine, but that is what? How much money did they make? $2.2 million? Almost $3 million Kickstarter? Yeah, raising $3.8 million in total. That's insane. And the fact that it doesn't even come off as a game like that. It doesn't come off as a game that is one of the Kickstarter's like legendary projects. Like it doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem like it invokes anything special. Like Mega Man, when it came out, was a big deal. It was an impressive looking game, and it was impressive scale. And Mighty Number 9 just kind of seems like it's playing it safe. It has very PS2-esque graphics, which is fine. Graphics are whatever. But even then, the only real point, especially in this stupid trailer they made, it was like this trailer that just reeked like bad PR management. They had no idea what they were doing. The humor and like the audience they're going for is just bad. Like, who's watching that and being like, whoa, epic. Like, this is gonna be epic. No, it's stupid. It's literally the stupidest thing. But regardless, the game kind of advertised a dash move, which is cool, whatever. And if you dash into enemies, you take their powers, and yada yada yada. And, I mean, dashing is nothing special, especially in a 2D platformer. It's really not special, and if they make the whole game based on dashing, it won't be that creative of a concept. There's a million other concepts that could outweigh that one, and I think it's also doing the whole, collect power-ups, get stronger, steal people's power-ups, yeah, that whole shebang, and that's cool, whatever, but again, Mega Man's been doing that for years. I don't even know if you get the boss's powers. I mean, I would assume that's the main idea. I do kind of like the art style, though, like the art style of the cover and everything. That has some promise. The art style of the in-game graphics just look uninspired and boring. The boss designs are cool. Even Mighty Number 9, the main guy, Beck, I think his name is, his design is really cool, and so is the girl, the Roll-esque girl. It just seems like such like a problem. Like, I feel like it's just like, it's such a, I don't know, I feel like it shouldn't be like this. It's so sad because Mighty Number 9 is such a like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to think of the words. It's such like a celebration kind of game, like a game that's supposed to revive something that's dead. That's supposed to be like the good, like it's almost like the good guys. Like Mighty Number 9 was the beacon of hope for like anything Mega Man, and just seeing how this is coming together, it's just like, I will say this without a doubt, 100%, there is no way in hell it's going to be worth this hype. There's no way. All these problems, it's still a Mega Man game. It's still 8 stages. Like, it's still like basic concepts, like shooting, jumping. It's nothing special. If they made Mighty Number 9 within a year, and it just got that Mega Man fix right when we needed it, I'm sure it would have been amazing, but there's way too much going for it. It's just like, you make this huge Kickstarter goal thing, this whole Kickstarter thing, you make this whole campaign thing, you make this big names, and you delay it like 100 times. Like, it can't be worth it. No game is worth it after that much. which is sad. I'm probably not gonna get it immediately. I'm gonna see what I'm not gonna see what the reviews say. I probably already know what the reviews will say. I'll judge it myself when I get it, obviously, but I could only imagine what this game would be like. I don't know if that really answered much about this, but basically, short end of this is that Mighty Number 9 was an awesome idea and a really, really solid everything going into it, and I think it's just slowly decaying while its development is going through hell, obviously. And it really is all just the community that's going for it too, because the community doesn't want to wait this long, and the community doesn't want to just get another run-of-the-mill, normal-ass game. Like, they wanted something big, just like Mega Man was to everyone. Like, another... I don't even know. Just another game like this is not, I don't think, what people want. And I don't know if Concept knows that. Because if they wanted a Mega Man 11, they would have asked for a Mega Man 11. Mighty Number 9 definitely showed more promise than any Mega Man did, which is what people wanted. But that's it. I think, I really hope Mighty Number 9 is worth it. I hope I am so wrong in that all of my skepticism is totally out the window when the game comes out, and I'm like, damn, like, I was wrong. Like, this game was... I hope it's like that. At the moment, it's coming out June 21st, which is in about a month. And the version I would want, which is the 3DS version, has yet to be announced, which is pretty sad. But I might wait for that. Holy crap, someone just messaged me. Anyway, so, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was interesting.